Some girls have their morning routines down packed, but I'm still a work in progress. I'm going to be honest, I'm not one of those girls who can get up at 5 a.m. and get 10 things off their to-do list before their first sip of coffee. But I am one of those girls trying to get up earlier, like at 6:30. That way I can have some quiet time before I start the day. Because I have read how important it is, and it is making a difference as I adjust these new habits into my routine. And the first thing I do as I'm opening my eyes is I just thank God for another day. I'm so grateful that I get to wake up to another beautiful morning with my family and friends, feeling healthy and safe and secure. And when your first thoughts in those awakening moments are of gratitude and gratefulness and thankfulness, it makes it a little easier to finally get up and start that day. And on my nightstand, I do have these index cards where I have these sayings and inspirational quotes that I love. That way I can continue the gratitude momentum. And a new habit that we absolutely love is, we're finally making the bed after we get up. There's something about it that makes you feel like it's time to start the day. Sleepy time is over. Now, this is something that hubby normally does because he works third shift. So after he gets up, he'll always make the bed for us. And on my way to the kitchen, I turn off the nightlight that's in the hallway, and I start to pull back the curtains in the big bay window in the living room. That way, I can start to let the natural light in. And I almost feel like as I pull the blinds up and let the light in, I'm starting to wake the house up too. And now it's time to wake up my body a little more. So I grab a mug so I can make myself a cup of tea to get a little caffeine boost. Now in this house, there's no fancy coffee machines, there's no Keurig, there's no fancy dispenser coming out of my refrigerator. Sorry, if you want a cup of tea, you're getting it from the tap and heating it up into the microwave to warm it up. This is an old school house and this is just how we roll. And right now, my favorite tea has been the Lipton matcha green tea. It's what I've been craving lately, and I kind of change teas every season, but for spring, I'm really loving this. And I also wanted to let everyone know that nothing in this video is being endorsed or sponsored or anything like that. This is actual stuff that I am drinking on my own. And I also add a scoop of the Vital Proteins collagen peptides powder. I know, a mouthful, right? I keep hearing great things about collagen, and I know it's all the rave right now. So I put a scoop into my tea, as well as some stevia. I stopped taking sugar in the morning just because I know sugar lowers your immune system, and we don't want any of that, especially during this time. Another thing that I take is this Modere liquid collagen. Now, my friends started selling this. And of course, whenever my friends sell something, I want to support them in their business adventures as well. And I have noticed after taking 1 tablespoon of it every day for 3 weeks, the hip pain that I was having in my joints started going away. So now walking and doing yoga is much more pleasurable. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I am not hungry at all for breakfast. I just want liquids. So I normally take food to work and have breakfast around 10 a.m. That's normally when I eat my breakfast. And I always bring quick things like these Kind bars, or an orange, or a tangerine. Or I'll have one of these protein balls that I make with peanut butter and rolled oats and ground flaxseed. And if you'd like, I can leave the recipe in the description box below. And as I drink my morning cup of tea, I'll grab my agenda book just to go over what's on the calendar for today. And I'll also go over my no spend challenge, just making sure if it is a spend or no spend day. But my favorite is definitely writing in my journal. I am a writer, it's very therapeutic, and of course, I need to have a sparkly pen for when I write my journal entries. And I'll start writing what today's date is and whatever my heart's called to write that morning. Lately, I have been loving this I am thankful and grateful for, and just writing what I'm thankful and grateful for that day. It really just lifts my spirits up. It lifts my vibration up. That way I can have a successful day. And now that the boys are back to school 5 half days a week, this mama bear has to come in to wake them up to start their day too. Now the boys are pretty self-sufficient in getting themselves ready for school, but of course, I want to make sure that they have everything in their backpacks before they walk out the door. I also want to pull out their masks and lay it on the table. That way, when they're running out the door, they can grab it so they can put it on. And when the boys are making their breakfast, normally something easy, I will pack Tyler a snack in his little Naruto bento box. In elementary school, they are getting snack time for half days. So I try to put things that he really loves. And honestly, I love doing this stuff, getting his stuff ready for school. It's just the mama in me who wants to show love to her boys. And as the bus leaves to take my boys to school, this is when Mama gets into the shower to clean herself off, to have that final wake up, and to brush my teeth. And after I'm dried off and dressed, I will go grab my moisturizer and start to put my makeup on. This is something that I do every single day. And I think the reason why I do it is because it's almost like a creative outlet for me. You all know how much I love crafting and art and drawing. And I kind of feel like putting makeup on is like art on your face. I can mix any colors that I want. What kind of look do I want for the day? And it's actually something that I really, really enjoy. And yes, my vanity is my small bathroom where I sit on the toilet seat to look into a mirror that is on the countertop. Look, in life, you gotta work with what you have. You don't need the fancy coffee makers. You don't need the fancy oversized vanities to reach the goals that you want. You work with what you have to be just as successful. And now that I'm ready for work, this has been my new favorite routine. I go outside and I take a walk to get my steps in. Now, this was recorded the day before because I knew that it was going to be a beautiful sunny day to show this part. And this is the most therapeutic to me because you all know how much I love nature. So what I'll do is I'll take my walks and I'll listen to the birds sing and see them fly and look at the flowers and just be in the moment as the sun hits my face. This is when I am present. This is where I'm enjoying the moment and the fresh start of a new day. This is where I pray. This is kind of where I meditate. I just walk and be in the moment. And I've noticed what a great help this has been in my anxiety. Because as I walk down and I look at all the beautiful flowers, I just thank God for the earth and the abundance and the prosperity that we live in. And that helps me with my healing disorder. Because in hoarding, you kind of live in a scarcity mindset and you hold on to everything. You don't let anything go. But when you walk in the moment of thanking God of all the abundance that He gives you each and every day, it just eases that anxiety away. And now I'm finally ready to leave for work and to start my day feeling amazing. And I just want to take this time to thank Dawn, the Minimal Mom, for asking me to be part of her mega motivational collab series. Please go to her channel and check out her playlist so you can see everybody else and how they do their morning routines too. Because when we start to see what everyone else does, It influences us to start to create our own goals, our own habits, our own morning routines so that we can set ourselves up to have a successful day.